views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of Bronxnet or the program underwriters.
The Bronx is home to 1.4 million people, and many know it for its establishments like the Bronx Zoo and Yankee Stadium. But something that is often overlooked is that the borough has over a dozen colleges and universities. On this program, we will explore these institutions and talk to some of the educators, students, and program directors and find out all about the wide array of academic and training programs here in our borough, preparing students for the professional world. I'm Joe Kelleher, welcoming you to this episode of the Bronx Now. Hello and welcome to the Bronx Now and our Bronxnet East studios at Mercy College, where we will explore the ever-growing development borough, the rich culture, the innovative technology, and all things that make the Bronx a great place to learn and do business. I'm your host, Joe Kelleher, and on this episode we will take an inside look at the borough of universities. Let's go out and explore. Located in the University Heights neighborhood, Bronx Community College sits on a landmark campus. The school offers over 30 majors geared towards job training, preparing students to transfer to four-year institutions. We caught up with some of the students, the president, educators, and even a historian. Let's take a look. So we're here this afternoon at Bronx Community College with President Sega Negby.
You're absolutely right.
Yes, sir. And it's great to be here. We've had a great tour of the school today. Can you tell us a little bit about Bronx Community College and what is it offering, the students in our community?
Bronx Community College, if you look at our keyword is community. We're not only a college, but we are the college for our community. So when you ask me what we offer our students, we not only offer our students academic program, but we offer our students a community where they can join other learners in learning, in growing, and in developing.
What do you find also that's unique about Bronx Community College in terms of the curriculum?
Students come to us with different goals and objectives in mind. There are students that come in here, do their first 2 years or 3, then transfer to the senior colleges at the Lehman, which is one of our biggest transfer schools, or City College, or Borough College, John Jay. There are also students that come in here, they want to come in here to get the diploma and go straight to work.
Tell us a little bit about the Hall of Fame. I mean, that seems to be a real real attraction here. Are people coming from the public to see this as well? I mean,
from all over the world, from what they say, yeah, it's the first Hall of Fame in America. And again, if you haven't really visited the campus, one more reason why you need to come.
And what would you say to students out there who are in the Bronx or any borough who are thinking about going to a university in the city of New York? What would you want to say to them?
Check us out at BCC. Come start with us. Come start your journey with us. We have a variety of programs we can offer you. As an ASAP institution, we will work with you.
We want to thank you for all you do for the Bronx and for New York City, and for offering students such a wonderful experience here at Bronx Community College.
But I want to say thank you to you for all of your support for Bronx Community College.
Thank you, President. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we're joined here this morning at Bronx Community College with Remo, who's our tour guide for today, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about the campus. So let's go back. When did they build this campus? What's the history?
Well, the history is that when they got a new chancellor at NYU down in Greenwich Village, they decided that they needed a more salubrious area to get away from the Bowery in the Greenwich Village. He managed to find this, it was 45 acres, and it was owned by a former NYU student.
Wow.
And with the money from Jay Gould, one of the robber barons. He bought the property and then hired the most famous firm, architectural firm of that era, that was responsible for so many beautiful buildings in New York City.
To be honest, it's just a great program for me. This is my last semester. I'm actually in the internship program, being placed in Toyota Manhattan.
Yeah, the professors here, they're really passionate about making sure that you understand the concept of automotive vehicle so that you can be a good tech out there in the field and make the money that you desire to make for years to come.
Lehman College is located in the northwest section of the Bronx, and the only four-year city university in the Bronx. They have a wide array of programs, ranging from nursing to television programming, and is home to one of Bronxnet studios. Let's take a look. So we're here joined this afternoon with President Cruz at Lehman College. Thank you for having us today.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your school.
Lehman College is the only four-year public institution that is part of the City University of New York in the Bronx. As such, we have a particularly important role to play in not only advancing the fortunes of the students that we're privileged to serve, but also of the borough more generally and the region. And that is something that we have been proud to do for the last 50 years.
And tell us a little about your programming. What types of course of study would the students be coming to here at Lehman?
So we have about 13,000 students currently in undergraduate and graduate programs, and we also serve a similar number in continuing and professional studies programs. In terms of our undergraduate and graduate programs, we have about 90 of them. We span various disciplines in the natural and social sciences, in the human services, health sciences, and nursing, arts and humanities, School of Education. So we're pretty broad in terms of the work that we do in the classroom and in the community.
And you mentioned, we were talking earlier about the STEM program, so a lot of students are looking to go into those type of fields. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So STEM is one of the fastest growing areas in higher ed in general across the US. And in the city of New York, it's particularly important given the new tech industry that is booming right now. So Lehman College is very privileged to be able to offer students programs in physics, in biology, in chemistry, and in computer science. It's an area that we are particularly growing.
And I heard that you've implemented a program at the school to help the students. Can you tell us about that? Was that the 90-30 or?
Well, 90 by 30 is what Lehman hopes to accomplish for the future. So basically, if we were to do nothing different, we would continue to serve the Bronx very well. We would produce 45,000 degrees and credentials by the year 2030. But understanding that we have this huge responsibility to serve as a vehicle of upward mobility, we've committed to doubling that number by 2030. So we're looking at 90,000 degrees and credentials by that year.
It's amazing. You're doing just amazing things here at Lehman. Is there anything else that you would like to share with the people who are in the Bronx and about your school that would want, so that they would want to come here to their course of study?
Well, Lehman College is committed not only to its mission from an educational perspective, but also as an anchor institution. So it's about how we contribute to the overall culture and well-being of the Bronx.
It's wonderful that your background is in engineering, we were speaking earlier, and how important it is with STEM today. So I think that's exciting to have a president of a university that has an engineering background, and that when the students come in, they're being led by someone who's really doing that, has studied that, understands it. That's wonderful. Well, I want to thank you for your time today and for all the great things you're doing here in the Bronx, helping our youth be educated. You're doing great things. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. SUNY Maritime is one of 6 state maritime universities in the United States. The school is located in the East Bronx and offers 11 different academic majors. Let's take a look. Good morning. Here we are at Maritime College, which is located between the Whitestone and Bronxnet Bridge in the beautiful Bronx. And this morning we're joined by Admiral Alfultis, and he's here today to talk about the college and give us some more information about really what happens at this beautiful campus. So what is so unique about this particular school right here in the Bronx or in New York City?
What I say makes us unique is, we are a college, and so we are always providing our students with that solid, rigorous, comprehensive academic background. But then we also focus on strong technical education, professional applied learning opportunities, and a real focus on leadership development. Our job is to produce the workforce for the United States maritime industry. And so we're producing maritime professionals for the U.S. maritime industry.
And I understand that you have a full array of engineering programs here. So what type of engineering disciplines would a student come to this school to major in?
So we have 5 engineering programs in naval architecture, marine engineering, electrical engineering, facilities engineering, and marine engineering. And in some of those programs, you would have the opportunity to sail on our training ship, which is a great floating laboratory, and actually apply what you learn in your engineering program in an operational environment out on the training ship, in the engine room of the training ship.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like most of the engineering programs are really geared towards naval too, what you would be doing on a ship.
Correct.
So I see this beautiful ship out here. It looks, how old is this ship, by the way?
She's a grand old lady. She's 55 years old. She's in great shape for a lady her age. She was a converted bulk carrier, so she had a history as a commercial ship, and then she was converted into a training ship that can house over 600 students at a time, out at sea at a time. Has classrooms, labs.
Does this ship stay at the dock, or does it go out to sea?
So she is at the dock pretty much from August till May. We'll leave in early May for about a little over 100-day summer sea term. We typically depart from the college. We'll do one stop in the United States, and then we go over to Europe for the rest of the summer. So our students, over their 4-year program here, will probably visit about a dozen different countries while they're on the training ship during the summertime.
Admiral, this is very impressive. Our last question would be, is there anything you would like to say to students who are out there who are thinking about making a choice of where they want to go to school and make a pitch for the Maritime?
Sure. Obviously we're interested in students who think they might want to explore a career at sea or a career on boats. Obviously that's what we're interested in. But I would say in general, we're interested in those students who are interested not only in a strong academic 4-year college academic experience, but for students that also want to take that classroom experience and apply it with their hands.
Yes. So what an experience students get. Not only are they getting a great education, but they're out there applying helping people across this world, really, wherever it's needed, per the call of the military.
Exactly.
So again, Admiral, thank you so much for being here today and sharing all this information with us. Okay, so we're joined this morning with Chris Detto, who's a senior here at Maritime College. So tell us a little about your experience here. How has this education worked out for you? Do you feel that, are you happy you came to this school?
So actually this school wasn't my first choice, but looking back when I came in 2014, I always want to go in the military, and I want to go to the Naval Academy. And I told this to my father last week actually, that, you know what, if I had to do it all over again, I would come to Maritime every single time. The hands-on experience I've had here with my education, being an environmental science major, and just being able to go to a small campus, which I've been able to excel here. Academically, I've done pretty well, athletically, and just having an overall experience that I feel like it's a family at Maritime College, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Well, Chris, I want to thank you for, number one, taking the time to speak to us today. Of course. And also, thank you for your service, because you're about to go into the Marines, which young men like you are coming out of a school like this. We're very proud of you. Yes, sir. And to serve your country the way you're doing is just absolutely amazing.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I mean, definitely, I wouldn't be able to do what I would do without this college, and without the support of Admiral Alfultis and his setting the example and leading by example, and the staff here, whether it be academics or in the regiment. The school does an amazing job at preparing students for the future, and that's why our graduates are well off when they set out in the real world.
Chris, thank you very much for your time, and good luck to you in the future. Thank you. Located in the South Bronx, Hostos Community College prides themselves in offering jobs and transfer training. They have been servicing the community for over 50 years, and we caught up with some of the people that make up the institution. Let's take a look.
I'm David Gomez, president of Eugenio Maria de Hostos Community College of the City University of New York. Hostos first opened its doors in 1968. The men and women who made it happen fought for an institution that would change the lives and forge the futures of the people of the South Bronx.
When I first walked in, I got the sense of community and family.
Hostos has transformed not only my life, but the life of so many other people in the South Bronx for 50 years.
I am honored to serve Hostos as we celebrate our 50th anniversary and prepare for another half-century.
The Albert Einstein College of Medicine is a private sectarian medical school located in the East Bronx. Let's take a look at what they do. So tell us a little bit about the school. I've been speaking to many doctors in the Bronx and people that I've met in so many places that said they come to this school. And what is it that attracts people who want to become physicians to this particular university?
So Einstein was founded on the ideals of inclusivity. So back in the 50s when women, people of color were not getting into medical school, Jewish people not getting into medical school, the Einstein was founded as a university, as a medical school that would accept everybody. And that has been a big part of our mission, and also in being a part of the Bronx community.
So many of the doctors who are coming out are actually wanting to do their practices in the borough of the Bronx or in New York City. And do the doctors do their residencies here or at any affiliated hospitals?
Our students do their residencies all over the country.
I've heard that the Bronx has a very high rate of diabetes by the population. So would that be something that you would be focused on in your research of how to deal with these things and educate people in the borough and how to treat them better?
Very much so. So there's the side of the medical school, which is the research side, which has a big diabetes institute. And then there's the medical student side, and our students are very focused on community-based service learning.
Do you do other research here as well, cancer research or anything like that?
Well, there is a lot of cancer research here. There's a big cancer institute here also. And again, their focus is on treating cancer. I mean, everybody's all populations are afflicted by cancer, but really helping people, give people state-of-the-art treatment who live in our community.
Well, if someone out there is looking to become a physician, what message would you like to give them about your school?
That our school is a place for people who aspire to help others, for people who realize their own privilege just in being here and want to use that privilege to help other people. And that in general, Einstein's just as a school, we're a really fun, wonderful, warm community just in and of ourselves. So we look for people who are not too competitive, very cooperative with each other, people who get along with each other well, who want to be together and bolster each other up while helping to bolster the community.
That's wonderful. Well, we want to thank you for taking the time to meet with us today, tell us a little bit about this school, and for the great things you're doing to ensure that people in the Bronx can learn how to have a healthy way of life. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay. Monroe College has multiple locations, including one right here in the Bronx. With different majors geared towards job training, let's take a look at their criminal justice program. Good morning. We're here at Monroe College at the School of Criminal Justice this morning with Dean
Guylaine Harrison.
Guylaine Harrison. And she's going to tell us a little bit about the program here at Monroe College.
Absolutely. We have such a distinguished and innovative program at the School of Criminal Justice. We offer degrees, obviously, in criminal justice and human services. Our faculty is state-of-the-art. Many have extensive career-based experience in law enforcement, corrections, probation, parole, law. And with respect to innovation, we've actually developed certain programs to actually help students develop in the careers that they would like to go into once they graduate at Monroe.
So tell us, so the students, when they come into this curriculum,
Yes.
they're preparing to be police officers.
Many are preparing to be police officers, absolutely. We actually screen them initially when they come in as
Okay.
applicants. And if we know that they have a strong interest in law enforcement, then we direct them to the actual PASS prep program.
So normally, if you wanted to be a police officer, you would go through some type of a training, I guess at the NYPD, once you pass an application.
This is precisely correct. They would do that at the police academy.
So they're coming in, though, to the police academy, kind of pre-trained.
They're pre-trained with a wealth of knowledge and experience, and they have an edge really on other candidates coming in as well.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank you for
Thank
all
you.
you're doing to educate these young students and really bring in quality individuals into the police department, which it's so badly needed today.
So I'm just starting the scenario. This is a car stop of where the officer just pulled the car over for a traffic infraction, and then this is what they're going to see.
Just hanging out here.
Put your hands on the dash.
Step out. Are you kidding me now? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Step out.
He got a gun. He got a gun.
Sorry, sir. We're just.
So, Ms. Parker, tell us, why did you choose to come to Monroe College and pursue a degree in criminal justice?
Well, when I was in high school, I participate in a program by the name of Jumpstart. And in Jumpstart, we got a taste of the introduction to criminal justice, and I got a taste of what the professor was like. And from there, I made my decision to come to Monroe College because I really felt welcomed by the professor. He was funny. He was really smart. I found out that he was a practitioner. He worked in law enforcement. So I was like, nothing is better than having someone that worked in law enforcement teach me how to become a good person or a better person to work in law enforcement.
Well, it seems that you're going to make a real positive influence on
Thank
policing
you.
in our community. I want to thank you for taking the time to speak to us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you. Additionally, we have learned about their hospitality program. Tell us about Monroe College. What makes this school so unique? What are some of the programs that you specialize in this school that sets you apart from other colleges in the Bronx?
We are, Monroe College, first, we're celebrating our 85th anniversary this year.
Wow.
So that is a wonderful success story. We have many, many, many wonderful things that I could talk to you about. I'll try to keep it short. We have 7 different schools. We have our School of Business and Accounting. We have a graduate school. We have a School of Education, of Nursing, of Allied Health Professions, Criminal Justice. We have a wonderful culinary program which is based on our other campus up in New Rochelle. That is our School of Hospitality Management and the Culinary Institute of New York. Very proud to say that they were recently named the state champions and then regional champions. We have here in the Bronx, we have our criminal justice program is based here. Our allied health and nursing programs are based here.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
85 years strong,
85
and
years.
Let's keep it going.
I'd say thank you, but I've only been here for a tiny amount of those years.
Thank you for all you do.
My pleasure. Thank you for coming to campus.
Thank you. And we spoke with a graduate of the program, as well as the manager of a hotel here in the Bronx, offering internships to Monroe students. So we're here at the beautiful Marriott Hotel in the Bronx with Courtney Boyle, who's our front desk manager. And I understand that before you came here, you attended one of the universities here in the Bronx.
Correct.
And that would have been Monroe, correct?
Yes.
Why did you choose Monroe, and why did you choose to major in this hospitality business?
Well, I absolutely love people, and I always knew from a very young age that I always wanted to be in the hospitality program.
And how do you think that Monroe prepared you for what you've experienced here?
So for a year I went to Stamford, Connecticut, and I did a full year of manager in training. And that was in every department, just like we do our internships here. Same exact thing, understand exactly how the back of the house works with the front of the house, and really just prepares you for the real world.
So now that you're in the hospitality business here in the Bronx, is this something that you see as a career for yourself?
Yes.
You do. Well, we're so happy you're here. You really make such a difference right here in the Bronx, and being that person that people see when they walk in the front door.
Well, thank
Courtney,
you.
thank you so much for being with us today.
My pleasure.
Recently, you got an award from, I believe, Monroe College, who are providing some employees here to you. Tell us about that.
We got a wonderful award from Monroe College for our professionalism and our work with them, with the School of Hospitality Management. We hire a great deal of employees that are students and graduates from Monroe College. We do a great internship program with their current students, and then we continue their learning on with learning plans and development into other areas of the hotel so they can become great hotel managers.
And these students that are coming out of Monroe, here we are in the Bronx. It's the first hotel in the Bronx. We have visitors coming from all over the world. They don't know where to go. Is it helpful having these local students coming in here and working at front desk?
It's so great to have people that grew up in the Bronx, chose hospitality as their career, went to school, came here, and then they can really represent the Bronx and have a great deal of Bronx pride and direct people to great restaurants and things to do in the area.
And is there anything you would like to say to the people in the Bronx who are considering staying at a hotel? Why they should come here?
It's just so great to be able to provide a great hotel to the people of the Bronx. The borough deserves a great hotel, and it's just an honor to be able to serve them.
Thank you for tuning in. We hope you'll continue to follow us as we explore our great borough. I'm Joe Kelleher. Until next time on Bronx Now.
Since 1982, Potts has been a lifeline for low-income residents of the Bronx neighborhood of Belmont. 25,000 people come here every year to shop in the food pantry, eat in the community dining room, use the shower and mail services, or visit the legal clinic. The food pantry at Potts plays a critical role in a congressional district where nearly 47% of households receive SNAP benefits to help cover the cost of groceries. The maximum monthly amount for a family of 4 is $640, or just under $7 per meal. That's where Potts comes in.
We see an uptick closer in the numbers at the end of the month because we know SNAP benefits are exhausted and other benefits are exhausted by the time the end of the month comes around.
That's Jack Marth, the director of programs at Potts. He says nearly 7,000 families a year come to use the food pantry to pick up dry goods, dairy and meat products, and fresh produce. Altagracia Peña is a client at Potts. She comes to the food pantry when food at home runs out and she can't afford to go to the grocery store.
Que se me termina la compra, lo que tengo en la casa, entonces aquí me dan vegetales, habichuelas, espagueti, cosas que se me terminan y no tengo para comprarlo, pues vengo aquí, me lo dan.
Potts' Jack Marth sees the food pantry as a supplement, not a solution to food insecurity, and says increased SNAP benefits would do more to help the community. Marth says the food pantry is most popular on sunny days and towards the end of the month, after clients' SNAP benefits have run out. For Bronxnet, I'm Casey Candela.
We built a media network for you.
Bronxnet TV.
Come learn in your new state-of-the-art studios at Lehman College.
At Mercy College.
And coming soon to the South Bronx in the Hub.
Inspire with your stories, culture, history.
Your Bronx on Bronxnet.
Engage with us.
Connect with us at your channels and at bronxnet.tv.
Learn, engage, inspire. Bronxnet TV.
From the Bronx
to the world.
Bronxnet.